like that. We're now in Cairns. Cairns looks pretty fancy. This was one of our more expensive, what's the word? Accommodations. You come in and you've got a washing, whatever that is, clothes washing. And then there's a bathroom in here. And then big kitchen, living room. Then the bedroom's in here. Doesn't come with a mother, you have to bring your own. I won't be able to open this door now, but there's a really big balcony out here as well. Do what now?
Lift those up, both of them.
Okay, okay. Easy, just like that. And there's some kind of partying going on over there. You got to explain your exciting experience last night.
Emily had a bit of an overwhelm that night, so she was sort of slightly drugged up and asleep. And about 1:30 in the morning, this really, really loud
alarm?
Well, I couldn't hear the alarm.
I didn't know anything about this. She told me about it this morning when I woke up. I had no idea.
In the distance there was a fire alarm, but in our room there was a sort of loud hailer effect of a man speaking, saying there is an alarm going off in the building. Be prepared to evacuate. Wait for further details. Nearly killed me. And then I'm like, oh my god, there might be a fire. And I knew I couldn't get Emily around, and I kept poking and saying, are you awake, Emily? You awake? There might be a fire alarm. There might be a fire alarm. I might need to get out of the building. Got nothing for ages, and eventually she went, yeah. When you are awake, aren't you? She went, yeah.
I just don't remember at all.
She was. I laid awake for a good 20 minutes while they sorted all this out, until a loud voice came on again in the bedroom saying it's been checked and it is a fake or it's a false alarm. But please treat all future alarms with, a serious...
So you've got an excuse to be tired.
I just hope there isn't another one, because it nearly killed me.
I just find this idea hilarious of you trying to wake me up.
I was laughing so much.
Why are you laughing? Well, I'm going to try the prawn star, just in time because it's starting to rain. We're going to try, what are they called?
Moreton Bay bugs.
Moreton Bay bugs, which are apparently, they're a bit like between lobster and crab, their flavour.
Yeah, that's the one. There's 3 boats and they just do prawns and salmon and bugs and oysters.
And crayfish.
Oh, and crayfish.
And crayfish. So these are the bugs, and that's the salmon sashimi.
So that's a half day. That's a full day.
Yeah.
And we've got these 2 empty days.
Okay.
And then we fly to Uluru the following day early.
Yes.
Early.
Yeah. Depends how we're feeling after the reef day, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. Tablelands, Fitzroy, Reef, Coranda.
Yeah. What's our review of the Moreton Bay bugs?
Oh, they were lovely.
They were really nice.
Very
Like,
nice.
She was right. It was between crab
lobster
and
crab.
Lobster
Yeah.
and crab. Weird looking things. We're being haunted.
Yes,
by the ghosts of our past failures. They know how to do a lagoon, don't they? The Australians. Pelicans! This is Rusty's Markets, as recommended to me by Ellen, I think she was called, who I met on the Litchfield trip. Notice they have century duck eggs, which I've always wanted to try, but Mum says no. She says after the experience I've just had, it's not wise. It's just no fun. Hello, Cairns! Welcome to this round of musical statues, Bush Stone Curlew edition. Quick reminder of the rules of the game. When I stop the music, you need to freeze. If I see any wobbling, giggling, screeching like you're being murdered at 5 a.m. in the bloody morning, you will be disqualified. Last one standing wins. Here we go. Congratulations, you have all made it to the next round. My shoulder's still not right from that sandboarding. A week on, more than a week, 10 days. We're waiting to go on our first Cairns tour, Atherton Tablelands.
See how fuzzy the leaves are? Yeah? So it's basically related to nettles that sting you. So one of the names we call it is the stinging tree. The other one you might hear is gimpy gimpy, okay? But it is seriously bad to touch this. The pain is excruciating. There's even stories that some people died of shock in the early pioneer days walking into this. Horses have died walking into it. It's a horrible sting, I know. I've been stung, right? But those hairs, when you touch it, they actually break into your skin and then snap off. So they stay in your skin. As long as they're in your skin, you get pain. I had 6 days. Some people get years. So you've got to be really careful around it. Those hairs are really hard to get out of your skin. But this is a native plant. It's supposed to be here. It does a job even. Its role is to be the bodyguard to new plants. Because what happens in there is it can only grow in the forest if there's sunlight. So don't worry about it on this trail because we're going under the canopy. But when a tree falls over, sunlight does come in. It will then mysteriously it appears in the sunny holes. It seems to be dormant in the soil. It just pops up whenever it needs to. But while it's in the sunny holes, it actually prevents other animals going in and eating the new plants which are trying to grow. So he's called the Boyd's Forest Dragon. Now, he was standing out loud and proud until he saw us all. This is what you should find everywhere in this forest.
Wow.
But now this is really rare to see. As you might imagine, trees like this were #1 logging targets. So they've been around on planet Earth for a very, very long time. And we've chopped most of them down. There are lots of young ones scattered around, but that takes 1,000 years what you're looking at, so we'll all have to come back in our reincarnated states.
Apparently it's mostly cockatoos that are making all that racket. Not cockapoos, but they do also make a racket, don't they? We've seen the platypus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. And we've got flying foxes. Flying foxes over there as well.
The reference to foxes though is because that's what the person who described them first thought they looked like. Their little face represents like that foxy dog kind of face. The German word for them is Flughund, which means the flying dog. Yeah? But we say flying fox or pant because they've never had to. This plateau is usually around the 32 degrees mark at the most. But over the last couple of decades, it's starting to creep up into the 35s, 36s all the time. We had a heat wave.
I don't even know to be excited about seeing flying foxes.
We've seen them so close. It's lovely. You can see their wings and their little faces, very sweet faces.
Even though you're American. Sorry, say that again. Even though you're American, I feel like techno and house.
It's a bit of a changing trees, moving around things. But we won't go any further up the hill.
So we've stopped in this this little town called Youngerborough. You ever heard a more Australian name than that? And it's dead cute. This is the pub that we're eating at. And then got a really good look at some wallabies, which was nice because I did catch one quickly in Darwin, but it wasn't a good look. Flying foxes, awesome. Platypus, #1 goal achieved. Go and get some food, and then we're heading out again because apparently there's lots more animals out at dark. Cheers.
So we're already getting going. Just like this, there's actually a couple of green ring-tailed possums sitting right there.
Oh yeah.
So you need your binoculars to see them properly.
Where the light is.
But these are super, super cute little possums right there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
See
yeah.
them? This is an animal which originally comes from South America. But in 1915, a sugarcane farmer called Robert Montgomery decided to try an experiment and brought 102 of them from Hawaii, and he let them go in his fields just outside Cairns because there was a beetle that was eating all the sugarcane. So they thought this might be a biological weapon that would eat the beetles. Better than using chemicals, he thought. So he let them go. For 6 months, they didn't see any of them. They thought, well, that was a failure. So they let a few more go, just a handful. And then the next month, they started finding lots of animals dead with these in their mouths. And then there was lots of little baby ones everywhere. So it started with 102. Now we have over 1 billion. And they're poisonous to 95% of the animals who live in Australia.
That was awesome. We saw so many animals. I couldn't film a lot of it because obviously it was in the dark, and we could see them pretty well because he has a license to sort of shine a light at them. So he'll see something, shine a light at it, and then we've got binoculars as well. So I need to start buying lenses for cameras so that I can zoom in properly on stuff. But what I'm trying to do is trying to film through binoculars is a nightmare as is, without the added complication of it also being like pitch black. We saw ring-tailed possums, brush possums, and paddy melon. Yeah, it's another one of, basically there's 8 types of kangaroo, and they're not all kangaroo. I mean, they're officially kangaroos, but anyway. And we saw tree kangaroos, which apparently are like really hard to see. He doesn't always see them, and there were 3 of them like all together. And apparently they're solitary animals, so he was saying that must mean that was like a mother and 2 babies or some situation like that. And those are incredible. They're weird creatures. We also saw a cane toad, which is like an invasive species in Australia. They're not supposed to be here, and they kill a lot of animals that eat them. So that was interesting. Oh, bats! There were loads of bats. The only other notable thing that we did after it got dark was when we went to the place where they have the, oh God, what's it called? Curtain fig tree, which that was my one point of the whole thing that like was frustrating for me, because there's a picture of Mum in front of that same tree 33-ish years ago, and I couldn't recreate it because like it was dark and the guy moved on, and then my phone ran out of storage, so I was like trying to delete apps, and anyway, that was slightly annoying, but it was really cool to see it. It's really impressive. These trees, they grow out of the top of other trees, and then when the tree dies, it's already created its own scaffolding using its roots. Anyway, this one's huge. It's got 2 trees inside it because the first tree landed on top of the second tree or something like that, but it's really impressive.